Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching yet another episode of The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 11. We are chugging our way through Season 2. I have been loving not only the new characters, but the new location. Ganymede is not what I really expected. I don't know what I expected because when you see Ceres, you're like, it's kind of a shithole. And then you see Tycho and you're like, okay, look, there's nice places out there. But then you see Ganymede, and even though it has been beat to shit, I still love it because it's agricultural. There's just plants everywhere. Like, I am a plant lady. Like, I have plants all over my house. I have, for funsies, I have a big ass monstera that sits right next to me while I'm filming. She's pretty, isn't she? That's a big bitch. It was also a way to brag about my monstera because she's tall. She's very tall. She's my pride and joy. Queen. Anyway, really happy to see the agricultural part of like the I'm glad that we're seeing all the bits and pieces that kind of make the belt, Mars, Earth, like to see how everything works. Because like when they mentioned that, Earth, like that people are on assistance, and that that we even see that there's people that they're willing to trade certain medications for other drugs to just survive because they have to drink sewer water. It's just really interesting that they need Ganymede to make literally the world go round. They can't feed everybody if they don't. And Prax notices that there are some things that are wrong on Ganymede. Mostly he notices first with the leaves that like they're yellowing because of like a nitrogen imbalance. That like the water filtration isn't the same, that like the water is distilled and it's just not being filtered the same. He says with the nitrogen imbalance that the good bacteria is being killed off and that it's in the hydroponic system. And to me, especially because you see people kind of like eating these plants, that the hydroponics are bad, which I don't think that they were meant to eat them, but the fact that they are, I'm worried about what's killing the good bacteria. Could be bad bacteria, could be a protomolecule. And if people are ingesting these plants and maybe they've come in contact with this, I mean, not only could you get like devastatingly sick from bad bacteria, but what happens when it's introduced to a protomolecule? I'm not saying that's what's going on, but like theoretically, no good, not good at all. Less than happy. But I mean, you see a lot of people eating those plants, and it's terrifying. And they said that like aid comes in, and I don't know how much of that aid is actual like food and supplies. It might be medical supplies, but it's probably not food to eat. Except Roma, he seems to have all the chicken. That guy. And Amos nearly kills Roma. Like, and Holden is all for like at least beating the crap out of him to scare him. Naomi is not really happy about it, but Roma is able to show them footage of Dr. Strickland walking with May to an area that pretty much is like going into old Ganymede Station where there are no security cameras. I imagine that that's where the proto molecule is. Um, they probably don't want like, little security cameras zooming in on the little blue alien that they have running around on their planet. Am I allowed to say alien? Or are we still going with extra solar? He's an alien. He's a scary looking alien. I think most aliens are probably scary looking. But it's really funny/interesting that Amos can't answer the question how many people he's killed when Prax asks him. Amos's response is, it's not like I'm a homicidal maniac. He's nicknamed Murder Snuggles for a reason. I get the murder part. The snuggle part I'm still waiting for. SpaceX. And I'm still wondering about Alex's lasagna. Anyway. And Ehrenreich comes clean to Christian, which was a wonderful moment. Very well acted. I genuinely loved this moment with Ehrenreich because one, he's coming clean about not only his involvement, but like with Jules Pierre Mao and Mars. That Jules Pierre Mao is creating this weapon for Mars. Now, what's wild about that is that he's implicating himself. He's 100% admitting to being guilty in this scenario. Now, he didn't want to start a war, he wanted peace, and that's what sold him on it. And even later on, Cotillard even says, like, why is he not in jail? And, Christian 100% knows she needs to utilize him before maybe she passes that sentence along. But I don't, it's kind of like, if, let's say Miller doesn't kill Dresden, right? And Dresden's allowed to continue doing his research, then he almost becomes unkillable. And I worry that Ehrenreich being able to continue playing this chess game, not necessarily with Christian, but even with Jules Pierre Mao and with Mars, that he will become irreplaceable and that you cannot put him in jail. And maybe he becomes a hero. I don't know. I think it was pretty heroic to even admit to this in front of her, who 100% like you're leading yourself to the slaughter because, she's almost foaming at the mouth. Like, yeah, I knew. The second Frank de Graaf was killed. I knew. He says, if Ganymede is just a test, this is just the beginning, which is a terrifying thing to hear because not only was Eros technically the beginning of like the proto-molecule and what it can do, but if this thing that is on Ganymede, this man without a vac suit that's on Ganymede, if that is a true test for Mars and a weapon, oh no. It's terrifying. Now, Bobbie escapes her room and she kind of goes on like a little mission for herself to go find the ocean. She does run into a guy named Nico, and Nico, he kind of like, I don't know, like you kind of got a little bit of a good person on Earth helping her out and kind of relating a story to her about like the medication and how he can take her OsteoX and trade it in for medication that will help children that have been, exposed to radiation. And like she can kind of see that like he's not a doctor, but he's playing doctor, but he's trying to be a doctor. And then he kind of tells her like he's been waiting since he was 17 to be put on this vocational list and that he's in his 50s. And it kind of just really shows like how horrible the conditions are on Earth, and that doesn't make them bad people. And she sees that they're not bad people. It's just unfortunate the situation that they find themselves in. And he kind of even says, I thought that most Martians were soulless, jerks and with bad music or whatever. And they kind of learned something about each other in that moment that, not everything you hear is the truth, and not everybody that is your enemy is bad. I really like that. I really like that he helped her like focus and stand and know how to walk, so it didn't look so apparent that she was a Martian, but that she could make it to the ocean, because she was kind of struggling to walk around not only the gravity, but the light and the sounds and just everything that was around her. And he points her in the right direction, and then poof, he's gone. Now she makes it to the ocean, and she is just got this look, this it's not even flabbergasted. It's just like she's just taken. She's very taken with the ocean. She's just kind of taking it all in, absorbing it. And I don't even know if it's an enjoyment, but like she's definitely like having her moment. And she only has it for a short period of time before Christian shows up. Cotillard's drones found her. Now, Christian pretty much says, hey, what you saw on Ganymede, you saw it. No matter what they said in that room that was bullshit, you saw what you saw, and it's real, and here's the information. And when she gives Bobbie that pad, like you can see an alien creature, and then that's the weapon, and like that's what Bobbie saw, and I love that like Bobbie's like as soon as Christian mentions that it's a weapon that Mars is producing, Bobbie's like, F you. Like, I love that she's not intimidated by Christian whatsoever. But I love that Christian tries to appeal to her by saying, like, hey, like, I believe you and it's true. And the people that you're with don't want this to come out. And she's like, I wish it were Earth. I wish I could say that it was my planet. If it was my planet, I wouldn't be here right now talking to you about this. So it's like she's really trying to appeal to Bobbie, and I think it may work. I don't know what happens to Bobbie because it shows the Martians kind of coming up the drain to come collect her. I don't know if she's going to be in trouble. Probably. I mean, Christian earlier in the episode was talking to Aaron Wright and was talking about Bobbie's record in the Martian Marines, and that she's the perfect soldier, always does what she's told, and that does not seem to be the case much anymore, which is good because I don't like that guy. What's his name? Martins. I don't like Martins at all. Mm-mm. Now, Naomi and Holden are doing their like typical, like, we did a bad thing, and Holden's like, somehow I'll try to find a way to live with it. And Naomi's like, that's just us, right? Always justifying everything that we have to do to get to the next thing that we have to justify. And it's like the first time I ever like really found myself annoyed by Naomi. I get it. I get it. She doesn't want to have to keep doing this stuff. She doesn't want to keep beating people up or having people killed or whatever it may be. And she doesn't want to keep justifying it to like the ends don't always justify the means for her. And I don't think it really is for Holden either, but like I think he's going to be the person that like gets desensitized of like murder and kind of this underworld thing that maybe Amos is a little bit too good at, but I feel like he's the one that's going to get accustomed to it a lot easier than Naomi would. And lastly, Alex having a good time by himself in the Rocinante, just getting drunk by himself. He overhears a message come through that's saying that there's a no-fly zone over Ganymede. That any ship that comes within a certain range is going to be fired upon immediately. And he's like, oh shit. I knew that their plans weren't going to go to plan. They never do. But definitely, I don't know where you go from here. So hopefully they find Dr. Strickland. Hopefully they find May. Hopefully there's no blue person there. Hopefully no one gets sick off the plants. Hopefully Amos doesn't kill anybody. Hopefully they eat lasagna. Oh, and you know what? I put at the top Basia and Katoa. I don't know if Katoa is still alive, if he's still around, and Basia needs his little boy back. Apparently, Katoa and May have the same genetic disorder, which is very interesting that they both have the same genetic disorder on Ganymede, which is a place where people have come for like gestation. I don't really know what that means. I should look it up. But apparently the magnetosphere that is around Ganymede helps keep their genetic disorder at bay. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm eager to find out more about it because that's the shit that like, yeah, give me that meat. That's exciting. All of it's really good. I get excited about everything. Like there's never a dull moment on this show. And anytime that there's a chance to breathe, like just because you're relaxed, like don't let your mind relax. Stay sharp, stay vigilant. There's information that you need. At least as far as I'm concerned. Okay, guys, let's get into this episode. I don't know where we're going to jump off. Probably Ganymede, but I'd really like to see what happens to Bobbie as well. I'm very curious as to where they go, where she goes from here. I know that like the Martians obviously don't want whatever she knows to get out, but what she does with that information, I'm curious. Curious to see what the relationship is with Christian and Aaron right now. I really don't care about Naomi or Holden, but I do at the same time. Is Amos okay? Because he really had like a moment with Prax where they were talking about kids and prostitution and all of that. And you know, Prax even says, you know, like he was a little bit relieved thinking that his daughter had died so, you know, he could stop being a failure as a father because he couldn't do anything about her illness. That's not fair, by the way. That is not his fault. I mean, it's a genetic disorder, so it's kind of his fault, but it's not like he wanted that to happen. And Amos even says, he's like, do you want me to tell you that that's okay? And Frax is like, no, I know it's not okay. So Amos kind of had like this weird little moment where he's just like almost like wanting to tell Prax that he's a jerk. It was interesting. But okay, guys. Oh, we're getting to the finale of this season, and it's exciting. This is such a great season, and everyone said it just skyrockets from here. So I haven't landed yet. I'm still sky high. I love it. So let's get into it. I was really excited to show my plant. A little too excited. Oh, fuck. No sexual content. I don't know if I just now noticed that. Oh, that was trippy. Ganymede, here we come. Okay, these are just satellites because no ships are allowed to fly over.
If our client had any doubts, this will put him to rest.
Wait, this is before.
I want to go back to my dad.
Yeah, where are you taking her?
I spy Snapdragon.
And Tyrina.
Cornflower?
Centuria.
Her father's daughter.
Today's gonna be a very exciting day.
I don't like it. I don't like any part of that.
You didn't even try to stop me from bashing that kid's head in.
Well, you've taught me a lot about futility.
Nah. I think I just beat you to it.
If we can prevent it from doing something worse, I don't mind bashing some assholes head in.
Oh, look at that. Gross. I like that side of Holden. It's very Miller of him, isn't it?
Most of the original Foundation tunnels were abandoned decades ago. No one lives there. But it doesn't mean they can't.
Yep. Perfect place to go.
In case we don't find her, look, you haven't lost a child.
Yes, I have. My baby boy was taken from me. And I tried to find him, and I failed. It took me a very long time to understand that it wasn't my fault.
Oh my god.
Would you have listened to anyone who was telling you what you're telling me now?
Probably not.
This is not my time to stop.
Naomi. Girlfriend, I didn't know.
You told me about the accident, about how he fell, how you carried him on your back.
I hate you, Martins.
What happened to that girl who knew her duty?
Shut up.
Her fire team got killed by a thing on Ganymede that wasn't wearing a vac suit.
Transport's on its way. It'll be here in a few hours. You make sure her bags are packed.
Dick.
Dismissed. Peace of mind is a luxury that no Martian can afford, especially not a Marine.
I don't like him.
You won't be going back to parade, Bobbie, because you don't follow orders, and a soldier follows orders. You're not a soldier anymore. Dismissed.
Defect. Defect to Earth. Earth would love to have you. That is not how you keep somebody loyal to you, Martins. You dumbass.
Launch 2.
Launching 2.
What does that mean? Probes? Okay. No. Oh. God. I thought I was gonna run into him. What are they doing then?
No,
Vaporized?
they're gone.
Well, that makes 6. Martians have probably turned this into a drinking game. What if we cannibalize the shielding from one to reinforce the other? Reduce the time of flight to surface. I bet that gets the job done.
It would also break mission protocols.
We're in uncharted waters. It's worth the risk.
You know what sailors used to say when their ships went past the end of their maps? Here there be dragons.
Here there be dragons. Do it. I'd like to see Janice do something.
I think his eldest daughter, Clarissa, is ready to crack. He adores her.
Oh, her, but not Julie, huh?
When the heiress incident hearings are convened, they're going to make you the star of the show.
Well, that makes sense. My good friend Jules Pierre Mel. If he's not here to pay for his crimes, they're going to take it out on me.
Yep.
Will you speak on my behalf?
Side of you.
Sorry, I shouldn't have even said that. I mean, it'd be a dumb move for you, obviously. There's no need to taint yourself with my folly.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get through this.
Yeah, I will. One way or another.
he hasn't been truthful and honest with her the entire time, and then he was going to ask her to, like, help him out. Did she sneak out again? Or is she having a memory?
All traffic en route of this airspace has been restricted until further notice.
Who sent the notification?
Okay.
Came directly from Undersecretary Avassarella's office, sir.
Here's that effect.
I wonder if that was a ploy to just keep Bobbie on that planet.
Okay, girl. I got it. You're right.
Sassy ship, telling him no.
Is cleared to dock on Ganymede Station. This is an MCRN priority alert.
You gonna try to piggyback on that?
Can you show me the Karakum's flight plan?
No information available.
Cryptid. What's her landing pattern? What do you think? You agree? You're right. They're probably here for the exact same reason we are. Shit, that means I gotta get down there before they do.
This conversation Alex is having with himself. What you thinking, buddy? What you doing?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, where are we exactly?
I don't know what we're looking at. I love Alex doing this, though.
Plot a gravity assist trajectory down to Ganymede. No engine, just thrusters.
Ah.
Right. Slingshot time.
Oh, that sounds horrible. In Alex I trust, but that sounds horrible. Getting it during the battle.
Trigger happy idiots in orbit. This will delay the transfer. This could be the start of a goddamn war.
Transfer?
See this milkweed?
I don't want to play anymore.
No. It's a chrysalis. When I was a little boy, I saw one trying to get out. So I tried to help. Really carefully, I split open the casing, and the butterfly came right out. But it couldn't fly. It was supposed to struggle. Don't you want to be able to fly one day?
I'm scared.
That's disturbing.
Come on, sweetheart. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I don't like it. I just don't understand what her genetic disorder and the protomolecule have to do with each other.
The Martians have declared a no-fly zone over the station. So much for a quiet ride out.
Alex knows the backup plan. He'll come down as soon as we call.
Or sooner? After he slingshots.
It's happening. Faster than I thought.
What's happening?
The cascade. In real nature, there's enough
It
diversity.
means this station is fucked. The people here just don't know it yet.
Yep.
Strickland's keeping her alive.
Whatever the reason for that is, he's not ready to learn it.
I don't know if I am either.
This will buy us passage off this ice ball.
Then go.
Tell nobody that you saw us.
The cascade, huh? Looks like the word's out.
Oh, they put wire up so she couldn't get out again.
Come.
Pick up Caliban? What does that mean?
I want to know what really happened on Ganymede. And you're going to tell me.
We're done here.
Oh! Oh!
What happened to my team?
You'll get a firing squad for this.
I don't think she gives a shit.
A whole generation has forgotten what it means to sacrifice for the dream of Mars.
What?
What killed my team?
She doesn't know sacrifice. You're being a little bitch right now, Martins.
Project Caliban.
Oh, Caliban.
Show the field test.
Equipped with the latest Goliath
The drone you were watching.
I've recovered more than 2 kilometers on the ground.
You watched that thing slaughter my team. We were a goddamn sales demo.
Snap his neck, Bobbie.
It was for the good of Mars.
Atta girl. Oh my god. Nothing has been more satisfying than that scene right there.
Captain Martins needs to see you.
Smash the door right in his face. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yep, you guys are right. You're right. I love Bobbie. She my girl. That was so satisfying. I don't even know how to like move on from her just smashing his nose. Love watching him bleed. It's a little macabre, but I'll be okay with it. It's fine.
That's her! Stop!
Come on, girl, you can run.
We're not authorized. Hurry! Oh, that's a direct order! Stop her!
Oh my god, come on, Bobbie.
Marshal, you are on UN soil!
I am Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper, Martian Marine Corps. I am requesting political asylum on Earth.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's so intense. I'm so happy right now. Oh, Alex, your slingshot move. Okay, they need to come up with this right at Universal Studios. This is phenomenal.
Silent as the night and smooth as silk. I have to say, girl, I think you're doing all the hard work.
Rocinante.
Shit! Out of the way! Out of the way! Out of the way!
Did he make it enough time?
Looks like we forgot that those moods provide cover both ways. If they can't see us, then we can't see them either.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we remember that from now on.
What the fuck are you looking at?
I'm not entirely sure.
Are you up for a debriefing? We'll try to keep it short. This is a brave thing you have done today.
Mm-hmm.
We're all in your debt, Sergeant Draper.
You don't have to call me Sergeant, ma'am. I'm not a soldier anymore.
Whoa.
This must be my lucky day.
Indeed.
Give me a gun. Do you know how to use one?
He's a botanist, I doubt it.
I'm ready to fight for my daughter.
Oh. That appeals to Amos.
This is safe. Hey.
Yeah.
This is fire. Don't shoot us.
Or yourself, for that matter. 100%, I'd shoot myself in the foot. Probably immediately. Is it gonna be what they expect? Nope.
Do you like pizza?
Amos, disarm these people.
That's not going to happen. And let's talk this out before things get ugly.
Where's May?
Oh, God! Oh! Oh. Oh, no!
Hold still. I'll fix you up.
I like it. Make it stop.
How come I'm the one who always gets shot?
Did you make it look so good? What the hell?
If you truly have the best interests of Earth at heart, you will meet with me, and we will come to an accommodation. You will come with a limited escort. Don't refuse this offer. It won't be repeated.
So, what do you think?
Why do you pretend that you care about my opinion?
Indulge me.
That's a fucking
Yeah.
trap.
Oh,
Yeah, of course it is.
You've already made up your mind, haven't you?
Then change
It makes no sense that it's a trap, which is exactly why it has to be one.
Yeah. Because if she's seen with Jules Pierre now,
I already did an hour ago.
just that's not a person you want to be seen with. Please don't be in that cryo tube. At least that's what I think it is. Oh god. Oh my god, that's not her, right?
Daughter, it's not me. I don't know who it is.
That's the proto molecule. Don't touch it.
They did this for a purpose.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I came here to destroy the proto-molecule, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh. I mean, good call, Holden. Uh-oh. Amos, Jesus, you are brave. What the fuck just happened in there?
Just wait here.
No chance.
No fucking way.
If it stopped the episode there, I was gonna lose my mind. Did they do it?
Okay, we're in.
I don't like when Janice is happy. Ew. Ew. Proto-molecule. It's building. Kodazar said that. He said that it was building. Holy shit. I know it's inappropriate, but Amos needs to wear cutoff shirts more often.
I think something broke out of this. This is anesthetic gas. The inner door closed automatically when the outer was breached.
Breached?
Something tore the shit out of this airlock.
What were you doing with the proto-molecule?
She's not gonna be able to tell you if you don't help her.
You used the proto-molecule on children. What were you doing here?
She's gonna die before she gets to tell you.
We made a proto-molecule to do what we wanted. We made it in our own image. There's a lot more where she came from.
She.
Hold on there, buddy. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Alex.
How come you're always the one getting shot? Maybe they're looking for the exact same thing that we are, so then Larasi and I, we? Anyways,
Yeah,
I just
it's his girl.
decided to come on down and rescue y'all.
Jem, I'm not going with you.
What?
Yeah, what?
We have to do good where we can, when we can. I'm going back to make sure the somnambulist is up and running. And I'm going to help Melissa get as many people off this station as we can before it dies.
That's who she is.
Take Amos with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Prax, go with them.
No, I'm going with you. Thank you.
I don't want our crew to split up, though. But if that doesn't make you love her more, Holden, you're a dumb man, and you're not a dumb man.
I think you best come take a look at this. It sure as hell seems like it's looking at us. Mother of God, that thing ain't got a vac suit on. How the fuck is that possible? What the hell is that thing, Holden?
Suit up. We're going on a hunt.
Oh, Holden. Oh! So, I don't need, it's just, again, the thing with Holden is I'm just like he's awesome. Oh my God, he's annoying. He's awesome. Oh my God, he's annoying. He's awesome. Oh my God, he's annoying. If I saw that blue thing out there without a vac suit, I wouldn't be like, hunting party. Like, I'd want Amos with me, and Amos is now gone. Which I guess is good because Amos is always getting shot, apparently. The scientist, before she died, she said that there was plenty more where she came from. So that thing isn't May, right? That wouldn't be right? It's too big. It can't be May. Or maybe the genetic disorder is exactly what the protomolecule needs in order to... I don't know. I want to believe that May is fine, that she's alive. Dr. Strickland was nowhere to be seen, so I don't know if he was going to the other ship that landed outside of the station where Alex decided he was going to land because apparently something was going to happen there, and he was a smart man. I think he said too much when he said we landed here, because Amos is like, it's just you, dude. That's his lady. Legitimate salvage. Naomi is Naomi, and they would not have introduced us to Melissa and the Somnambulist, hopefully I said that right, if they weren't important. And the fact that she wants to save as many people on Ganymede as possible, like it's the reason why we love Naomi. I feel better that she has Amos with her. I don't think that anything too extreme will happen, but also Amos will make sure order is being established. But the fact that, she's sick of killing people. She's tired of these people dying left and right, and she wants to do something good. And she's 100% right that this protomolecule is out there and that they can't just run around chasing every little bit of it, trying to destroy it. And I know that that's Holden's crusade. 100%, like, that is the thing that drives him, is to try to destroy this evil. Again, that's like why he's going out on this hunt, because he knows exactly what that thing is. If not exact, like by exact science or whatever, but he knows protomolecule. He knows what he's going after. And also, Naomi mentioning her son, and that's the first time we've heard of that. I knew when she had said something about the security cameras and being able to monitor your children that she knew something more about that. I thought maybe she was lost as a child. I didn't think she lost her own child. I'm not a mom. I have no wish to have children, but I feel like if I did have one, I would be a psychopath about it. I would be the psycho helicopter mom. Which is probably good that I don't want children. Now, definitely Prax seeing the child with the protomolecule in the incinerator, like, that's terrifying as a parent to see any child like that, but to think that that could have happened to his daughter. But it's very much just like Dresden, how he did not care who was hurt or what he had to do to test this protomolecule. He had sacrificed all of Eros to test this protomolecule. Dr. Strickland, who is a pediatrician, is fine and okay with testing the protomolecule on these children. I hope someone strings him up by his balls. Or injects him with the protomolecule and see how he fares. There are so many men that I do not like on this show, and I'm not like just saying like men like the, I mean, I'm sure that I'll find a woman that I don't like. The scientist, wasn't very fond of her, but you know, between Martins and Strickland, Janice. Although Janice had like a moment where he was actually kind of nice to Dr. Iturbi and like patted him on the back, and I was like, ew, I don't like it. But I feel like maybe I'm reading Janice a little poorly. He hasn't had the best. I haven't been introduced to him in the best way. The first impression I get of him is prick. The second impression I got of him was big prick. And you know, like I said, Dr. Iturbi kind of gives me predatory feelings. But they're very happy when they land that probe finally on the surface of Venus, and the fact that we can see the protomolecule is still building in that crater. Does that mean that Julia Miller's conscious is still out there? Like that it's still alive? Like, is that just me hoping and wishing? I mean, is it going to start steering Venus towards Earth? All I know is when the protomolecule is involved, absolutely anything is possible. Up is down, left is right. Cats and dogs living together. Sorry, went a little Ghostbusters on you. I thought it was very interesting the maneuver that Alex kind of came up with to be able to get to land on Ganymede. Now, don't think that I understood one single part of what happened other than the word slingshot and whee. That's pretty much it. It looked like a fun little ride. He looked like he was enjoying himself. I don't know if it was like, if it travels around the moons, it's less detected because it seems like debris. I don't know really. I don't think I quite latched on what exactly happened, although I think it just made it to where he wasn't as detectable as he would be if he were flying a ship on a straight path. Maybe that's the only path that they look at. Maybe they don't look at the windy stuff. I don't know. But he's in love with that ship, and it's a little uncomfortable sometimes. Now we have the conversation with Christian and Ehrenreich, and Ehrenreich pretty much knows that he is going to be made an example of. And do I feel bad for him? No, he's finally doing the right thing after doing the wrong thing for such a long time. Him trying to appeal to Christian to like say a good word for him. Why? You had her friend killed. Even though you said you didn't have a part in it, but like you were involved in some bad shit for a long time and kept it from her. Like she doesn't owe you anything. She really doesn't. That doesn't mean that she won't say something, but I don't know if she would. Now, the fact that she gets this communication from Jules Pierre Mao that he wants to meet, and you know, she's asking Cotillard for advice, and he's like, why? You're not going to follow it. And she's like, indulge me. And then, you know, he indulges her and is like, it's a trap. And, you know, I think personally, like her meeting with Jules Pierre Mao and being in the same room and there being any sort of picture of them taken, like it will be used as some form of propaganda to build a case against her that she's involved with Jules Pierre Mao somehow. But she already accepted. So she's going to meet with him at some point. I can see why she would. I think she's been kept in the dark about something for such a long time that meeting with him would shed some light. But again, it's the same thing with Dresden, is that if you indulge this person anymore, then they become like indisposable. And in Ehrenreich in a little bit, but Jules Pierre Mao, that's a big person to like have in your back pocket. And yikes. Now, the thing is that he's developing this weapon for Mars, and it's Project Caliban, which I think the second book is called Caliban's War, or something like that. I know that the last episode of the season is typically the name of the book. I think the last episode of the last season was Leviathan Wakes, and that was the name of the first book. The second book should be Caliban's War. If I'm not correct about that, let me know. I'm sure you guys will. You're very good at being informative. I love you all. But there's this Project Caliban, and Bobbie finally learns the truth about Ganymede, that she was propaganda. She was being used to sell this weapon. And her team died for this reason, and that drone was recording them. It wasn't even like spying, like it was literally creating a video to use as a sale. Oh my God. Like in Martin saying that, like, oh, don't worry about it, you're no longer a Marine. You know, like her whole life has been her being a Marine. Like that was part of her identity. And now she is like no longer a Marine. She doesn't want anything to do with the Martian Marines. The fact that she ran to the UN embassy and declared political asylum, I was so proud of her, but how terrifying is that she had to just give up her entire planet. Oh, because Martins is just a prick. God, it was so satisfying to watch her punch him out. Ugh. Blood coming from somebody's face never felt so good. I'm sure a lot of people have actually said that about different scenarios, but definitely in that moment, get him, Bobbie. Just all around, like everyone's just like, oh my gosh, Bobbie this, Bobbie that, Bobbie. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm a fan. When I first met her, I was like, she's so stiff. Oh my God, there's no personality. Oh my God, I love her. And her not taking his shit, like, or Kotiar's shit for that matter, or Christian shit for that matter. She's not taking anyone's shit. And you can see when she's leaving Christian's office that Christian's just kind of smiling to herself, not like, oh yeah, we've got Mars, or I've got this information now. She's just kind of like, huh, like, I like her. I love that. And I'm pretty sure that Christian, I don't know now. Every time I think that I've got Christian figured out, I'm always wrong. But I was going to say, I'm pretty sure she was the one that issued kind of like, not that there was an OPA attack that was going to happen to Martin's ship, but I wouldn't put it past her to be like, let's delay this a little bit further, shall we? Like, let's see if we can get a little bit more out of Draper. Let's not let Martins leave quite yet. I wouldn't put it past her to have had Kotiar set that up some way, somehow. I'm just like really curious with Holden and Alex and Prax going out onto the surface of Ganymede to go after the thing, Big Blue. Is that May? That can't be May, right? I wonder if it is May, if May's consciousness is in that thing, if she will recognize her dad. I'm just thinking that there has to be a way to keep them safe if they go after that thing, that it will not attack them or see them as a threat, because it attacked the UN Marines, it attacked the Martian Marines. What's to say that it won't attack them? So the only thing that I can think of is that Prax and May, oh God, that would suck. I'm probably going to sit here and overthink it and just like stare into space for a while. It's what I do every time I watch an episode of this show. I never regret it. Not once, not ever. I oh my God, you guys, I love this show so much. I didn't know. I couldn't possibly have prepared myself for how amazing this show is, and these characters and the writing, the visuals. Jesus, like Alex floating through space, like that was visually just like stunning. Just everything about the show is just so well done. Okay, guys, the full-length reaction will be available on my Patreon. You will need your own copy. Other than that, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, set your notifications so when a new episode goes, you get it. Well, that was very animated. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little just looped, totally looped. know if I missed anything in this episode. Any little snippets? No spoilers, please. I love you guys, but you get very excited about things. And I love it. I love it a lot. I love you guys. I appreciate this show so much. It's changed so much of my way of thinking and just how I view space. That it's not just, space cowboys. It's not Star Wars. It's not Star Trek. The Expanse is exactly what space will be like whenever this takes place. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.